It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. Next on Madden NFL 24.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. At CD, it was a bit of a hectic offseason for the Ravens. The questions at quarterback, they went all the way till draft night. But in the end, Lamar Jackson is back, and these folks in Maryland, they couldn't be happier.
No, they couldn't, and listen, they'll take a hectic offseason if it ends this way. Lamar Jackson back, taking every snap for their Baltimore Ravens. Brand new offensive coordinator. Don't be surprised if the ball's in the air a little bit more than what we've seen in the past.
Then for the visiting Rams, they found out the hard way that you need a lot of good fortune when you win a Super Bowl title. And when you don't get that good fortune, as they didn't last year, things can crash down to earth in a hurry.
And none of us really saw this coming. Remember, they were 12-5 the year they won the Super Bowl. Went 5-12 last year. Somehow I think this Rams team is better than what we saw last season, adding in a lot of new pieces in order to try and get back to the top of the NFC West.
Let's go.
Right to the air is Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Bobby Brown on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Odell Beckham! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right?
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throws on target to Likely. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, oh, they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Edwards. They pick up a 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On second down, it's Edwards. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and run. Edwards. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Throw out wide is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore's offense starting another drive. It's Gus Edwards at running back. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Second and a couple. Again, it's Edwards. Fighting through, he's got space. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A give for Edwards, running right.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The tackle there by John Johnson.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
From 13 yards out.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ethan Evans on down to punt.
This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shoves him away.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Los Angeles.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Rocky Sin there to make the tackle. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And Cup going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the air again, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That is caught. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Now Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with Edwards. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Monday. Drill right, 22.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stafford now to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw.
Complete to Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Edwards. He can't get him down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That is caught with Sean Bateman.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They go play action now. Jackson.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Running left is Edwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Ready?
They'll run here with Edwards. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Once more, Edwards. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. 4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go with Edwards left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Stafford, a kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
To throw is Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
1st down, Los Angeles.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Stafford. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Again, it's Stafford.
That one thrown away. officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 118 yards on the ground so far for Edwards. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run the toss here. Edwards.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room,